taxes really do matter, right? So Social Security, once again, Social Security should not be analyzed in a bubble in isolation for an individual. It's got to be looked at from a household standpoint. And so, your retirement. So we got to focus on all of your sources. Where is your retirement income coming from? Because all of those are going to impact taxes very differently. Not to mention, the timing of it. If you're taking it early, there's higher taxes there and penalties. And so, you have taxable accounts like your cash investments, your brokerage investments, your trust accounts, your bank accounts. These are taxable accounts that are creating potentially high dividends, high interest. So evaluating those and making those efficient is very, very important. It's not about just going out and like, oh, I'm just going to shop and find the highest rate, right? Well, what if that highest rate is actually impacting you tax-wise and penalizing your Social Security and putting you into higher Medicare premiums and all this kind of stuff? So no, that might not be the most tax-efficient strategies, particularly if you have other investment accounts. And so really, really in depth, one of the things is like as an advisor that's been doing this for 30 years, I can honestly sit here and tell you, like, I can do a better job at this planning than you can. And it sounds very arrogant when I say that, but think about 30 years, right? Invested in this. I can see things 360 in all different, angles that are coming at you, as opposed to like you maybe sitting down and just having that one kind of tunnel vision. So you need somebody that really can see 360, see it from all angles, and really, has 30 years of planning experience behind them. But, you maybe it may make sense to be taking money and retirement income from your tax deferred accounts and letting Social Security defer, right? So your traditional IRAs, your 401ks, those are tax deferred. But so when you pull money out, you're going to be taxed on that. So sometimes maybe doing a spend down, I can think of several situations where it made sense for us to look at this individual or household and say, it makes sense here for us to do a spend down on your IRAs and your 401ks prior to turn on Social Security. Then we have your tax-free accounts. Like, where do those come into play? Do you have Roth accounts? Do you have life insurance where you can draw tax-free income? Those are super beneficial. And we've talked about on the show before, if we can get to you early, in those early years, and I say, late 50s, early 60s, doing that Roth conversion strategy and scenario is going to be wildly impactful. Because think about it, if you have until 75 now before you have to take required minimum distributions and get taxed on your retirement accounts, we have a lot of time to even do Roth conversions and make things more tax efficient. But, Social Security potentially taxable depending on the household's overall income. So I just was doing a tax calculation this morning for a gentleman who's trying to figure out, how much he should convert to Roth. And we wanted to make sure that we didn't convert too much that would raise him and his wife into a higher tax bracket, creating higher income or higher taxes on his Social Security, creating higher Medicare premiums. And so we had to look at, and this gentleman actually has done some great planning with us over the years. And he has Roth accounts, he has IRA accounts, he has a pension, he has Social Security. So, he has all of these different buckets that it really takes that annual coordinating. We coordinate with him annually in order to make sure we're doing the right thing and making the right distribution. So claiming Social Security earlier or later can change how much money needs to come from other buckets. So the takeaway today is really your Social Security strategy and your tax strategy should be having the same conversation.